Foundation Module 3, UH's Modular Integrated Undergraduate Curriculum Physiology, Dr. Sheen, CEO and founder, Sheikh Zayed Medical College, Physiology Department, Medical Superfast Simplified Physiology, Video Lecture Notes, Guyton and Hall, 14 edition, Chapter Number 5, Lecture. Number 6, page 64, describe the normal distribution of sodium, potassium, calcium and chloride across the cell membrane. The distribution of sodium, Na+, potassium, K+, calcium, Ca++, and chloride, Cl, ions across the cell membrane is important for various cellular functions, including maintaining the membrane potential and enabling signal transmission. Overview of typical distributions: sodium, Na+, extracellular concentration, high, 100, intracellular concentration, low, 10 milliequivalent. Tends to move into the cell due to both the concentration gradient and the electrical gradient. Inside of the cell is potassium, K+, extracellular concentration, low, 4 milliequivalent. Intracellular concentration, high, 140 milliequivalent, tends to move out of the cell due to the concentration gradient, but the electrical gradient, negative inside, tends to pull it back inside. Calcium, K++, extracellular concentration, high, 2.4 milliequivalent, intracellular concentration, very low, 0.201 milliequivalent, tends to move into the cell due to both the concentration gradient and the electrical gradient. Chloride, Cl, agents. Extracellular concentration, high, 103 milliequivalent, intracellular concentration, low, 4 milliequivalent, tends to move into the cell due to the concentration gradient, causes negativity inside the cell while leaving the non-diffusible positive ions on the outside. The permeability of the sodium and potassium channels undergoes rapid changes during transmission of a nerve impulse, whereas the permeability of the chloride channels does not change greatly during this process. These distributions are maintained by various transport mechanisms, including sodium-potassium pump, sodium-potassium ATPase pump, a transporter that pumps sodium ions outward through the cell membrane and at the same time pumps potassium ions from the outside to the inside. This pump is responsible for maintaining the sodium and potassium concentration differences across the cell membrane. Calcium pumps actively transport calcium out of the cell or into intracellular storage sites like the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Chloride transporters regulate chloride movement to maintain cell volume and membrane potential. These ion gradients are essential for many physiological processes, including nerve impulse transmission, muscle contraction, and cellular homeostasis.